Hello friends, my name is Marina Voronkov. I'm the person behind Everything Marina food blog. And today I'm gonna be making macarons. I decided to make macarons using orange food coloring. It's natural food coloring. And I just want to show you how I pipe, how I prepare macaronage. And I think it will be very detailed video on how to make macarons. I'm going to be using my easy macarons recipe. The ingredients will be all on my blog. I also will be posting in the comments below this video. So it's easy to follow, very simple recipe based on French marine, and I'm going to be sharing all my tips and tricks. If you're ready, let's get started. The first thing I want to tell you that I'm baking at home and I'm not using gloves. I just wash my hands. I took off my jewelry, my ring, my watch. My nails are clean and they short. I don't have any nail polish. My hair are in ponytail. I don't want anything to be any hair or anything in my macarons, in my food. So this how I always bake at home. You can also wear apron. I'm wearing chef coat. I like it. It looks beautiful, I think. White is my favorite color. And just little details, but my hands are washed, they clean, and I'm ready to bake. Let's go over ingredients. I have dry ingredients already sifted. It's almond flour and powdered sugar. There is 140 grams of almond flour and 125 grams of powdered sugar. I sifted already. I put it in a mixing bowl. It's ready to use. I'm going to be using white granulated sugar. It's 105 grams. And I'm using room temperature egg whites. It's 100 grams. They are room temperature. I just took eggs from the fridge and they were in a room temperature for about 2 hours. Then I separated, and this is fresh egg whites I'm going to be using. And one more ingredient, you need food coloring if you like to color your macaron shells. I want something pumpkin because that's the season right now. And I'm going to be using Oat from Natural Collection, this orange food coloring. I also want to show you how my macarons will look when I'm using this natural food coloring. Just want to show you closer. So these are my ingredients. And I also have all my tools here prepared. Piping bag, piping tip. I'm using Wilton 12. Right away, we make a little twist. And we put in a pitcher. Spatula, timer, baking mats I'm going to be using, and this little tool, if I will have any bubbles, I will use it. I posted my last video describing all tools that I'm using for macarons when I'm making, so if you wanna, I'm gonna leave the link and you can watch it. But right now, this my basic tools, that what I have right here on the table. I'm using KitchenAid mixer. The bowl and whisk are clean. What we're doing, egg whites, placing in a mixer. And probably right now will be a little bit noisy and a lot of noise. I will try to do my best and stop mixer and explain to you a few things. But after all, I will be just speeding up, and I want to focus more how I'm macaronaging and how I'm piping macaron shells. So please stay tuned. Right now I'm using low speed, and I'm going to whip egg whites until I will see that little foam. It kind of looks like shaving cream, and after that slowly I'm going to be adding white granulated sugar. You've seen so many times in my videos that I'm adding white granulated sugar slowly, and there is a reason for that, but I don't want to go very detailed in that. That's how I learned from professional chefs, and that's what it works. You can also just dump all sugar and in the egg whites, but I don't do that. If you want to follow my tips, then add sugar slowly. Low speed, and just waiting for the foam. I just want to stop mixer and just want to show you the consistency of those egg whites. This is the stage when you start adding white sugar. Continue whipping. White granulated sugar. And you can use spoon if you like. Setting up timer for 15 minutes, the same speed, and I'm gonna be having a cup of coffee. About 20 seconds left, and I will be adding food coloring. Just start with one drop and then see the color, and if you want more brighter color, then add more food coloring. And right now I'm stopping mixer. And I want to show you meringue. Let's see. This is what I have. Very stable, shiny. It's holding shape, that meringue. And if you turn a mixing bowl like this, it's all staying. And I would not recommend to repeat this at home because you never know what's gonna happen. Very stable meringue. Now I'm gonna add dry ingredients. Spatula, and I'm going to be folding meringue, French meringue, and dry ingredients. And I have to tell you, you don't have to be really gentle with this meringue, because sometimes people are afraid to touch it. No, you in control of macaronage, not macaronage. And I'm working fast. Maybe if you're a beginner, it will take you longer. If you're more professional, you can also do this in a mixer with a paddle attachment. And I have separate video on how to make that. I can show you, just let me know in the comments. I will take a separate video. And right now, if you don't like the color, for example, you want a more brighter, I would add more. It's all your technique and how you work with the spatula. That's why I was specifying in my video that spatula has to be strong, because it's so easy to break. This is my technique. This is how I'm folding the butter. And you're checking butter like every 5-6 folds. It should drop from the spatula really fast, like lava consistency, as many people say, but how many of you actually seen the lava? I haven't. But I'll show you closer. This is almost, but I think a few more. And make sure you clean the sides of the mixing bowl and the bottom, and check for this folding. This is consistency I'm looking, right? And right now you don't set aside, you don't wait, you transfer into pastry bag. So hard to do because I want to show you the best view. It's one thing to do bake for yourself with music on, and another thing when you take video for you guys to see. I feel like I need an assistant who can take my videos from different angles. Don't forget to clean the spatula. But I'm trying this new format, kind of taking videos, all natural. I don't spend that much time, just wasting my time, just editing pictures, videos, and taking this new format. I hope you like it. It's more natural baking, and I'm not gonna waste a lot of time editing these videos. It's more natural. Don't forget to clean your hands. I have this little wet towel. And right away, what I like to do, I like to clean my space and remove some stuff that I don't need it. I clean up my space. This is the pastry bag. The color is very, very white, but I like it because it's all natural. I want you to see, guys, how I'm gonna be piping. I will try to make my second batch more closer than you can see it. color is very, very light orange. Make sure you're holding your piping bag 90 degrees. And this is my natural speed when I'm piping macaron shells. And I won't be speeding up my video when you guys gonna be watching. Right now, I wish I could have another mixing bowl and put my piping bag, but I have my pitcher and I can put my macaronage right there and wait for my second batch. What you can do right now, any air bubbles, I don't actually see anything, but something a little can be fixed. And you don't have to tap the tray very, very hard, because then you can end up with really, really bad shells. My second batch, and I will try to zoom in my video. Actually, I want you to see better how I pipe, because I'm planning to do some reels for my Instagram and for my shorts. I need that kind of video. There you go. I have to say the color is very, very light, and I hope it's gonna change after baking, a little darker. But that's what you get after using natural food coloring. I personally love it. It's natural and it's healthy, right? And I also want to take another video separate with different food coloring, not just orange. And you see I still have left. I hope you like my little trick that I'm doing. And maybe if you can share it on Instagram or on other social media that you learned this from me, I will really appreciate you guys. Because all I do for you, and it's all free resources. My recipes are free, my videos are free. I do have one paid lesson and paid recipe if you like to purchase, but I'm not really advertising that because I don't like when people spending money, because there is a lot of free resources on my food blog and on my YouTube. But I will also leave the link to the video and to just the recipe. It's a little different ingredients radio. It's no rest method, where you can pipe and you just can put just straight into the oven and bake. It works for me, for my oven. However, it cannot work for you. That's why I'm not really happy to advertise too much. Right now what we're doing, and I'm going to be piping the rest of this, we need to dry macaron shells on the countertop for about 10-15 minutes. And you can remove and place in a different table. I would not recommend to dry them on the oven, because right now I'm going to go to my kitchen and turn on oven. I'm gonna be baking at 300 Fahrenheit for about 14 to 16 minutes. It all depends on your oven. The temperature might be different, 5-10 degrees, but 300 Fahrenheit is where everybody can start and see the result. All right, this is my first batch. And I need second batch. I have this free template on my blog and I'll be using this to make pumpkin shaped macarons with the rest of my macaronage that I have. You can print it out, it's free, you're welcome to use it. I'm using Silpat without any templates. I'm placing my printed template under this baking. So I changed the camera a little bit and I want to show you the template and the baking mat. I'm not going to be tapping this baking mat with the shells. I want macaron shells to have the shape of pumpkin. So if you have any bubbles, I would recommend you to fix it right away or after. I just piping 4 macaron shells right now because I want to have 2 pumpkins. I just hope I have enough macaronage for that. So I pipe just the center of this pumpkin on a template. Then I'm piping the second parts from left and right. And my template has, what, 5 parts of this pumpkin. If you want to make just 3, it's fine. See right now, I don't know, this one is not really great, so I might just pipe another one. You can fix right away any air bubbles or any imperfections that you don't like. And for this shapes of pumpkin, I would recommend Wilton 12 piping tip. Something like larger I would not recommend because then it will not hold the shape. It's gonna be just 3 parts in this pumpkin, and you can just move this baking mat and 5 more pumpkins. The key to shape macaron shells, you need to let them dry. Just follow template. They have really little shade of orange. And I don't think I will have more of the pumpkin. 2, 4. I need one more. Every drop to make one more shell. You see, you don't have to tap them, they hold in shape, and this is just a regular macaron shells macaronage. Because as you know, on my blog, I show you texture, I show you a lot of texture macarons where macaronage is undermixed. The shape macaron shells, where it's not just classic round. Don't forget to remove template. We need to let it dry macaron shells on the countertop. This was my first batch. You need to use your finger and touch the top. And if you don't have any macaronage stick to your finger, it's ready to bake, but right now it's still wet, as you see. So let it dry and then bake. I'll show you results. I'm checking macaron shells with a finger, and when you touch, my finger is dry. So it's ready for baking. As I said, I'm baking at 300 Fahrenheit in my gas oven for 40 to 60 minutes. I baked macaron shells, and now I want to show you how they look. This one is still a little hot, but this was my first batch. They have fade and smooth top. I'll show you. This is second batch. They also have good fade. Let's just break while it's still warm. Yeah, they're full. That's how they look inside. I'm still baking my third batch, shaped pumpkin macarons, but they also gonna be full. They also gonna have full shells and perfect fit. Tomorrow I will be making some filling, and I also would like to show you that video. So please follow me, subscribe, and happy baking! Thank you for watching!